We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, everyone.
This is 21st Century Suffragettes.
And suffragettes.
And a suffragent.
I'm Diane Russell.
I'm Brian P. Gallagher. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Jate Kubra, bro.
We're hoping that Benny and Elizabeth will join us soon.
Benny and Elizabeth will be on the way soon. Yeah.
My God, is there a lot to talk about? Okay, so
It's a crazy week.
It's been a shithouse of news just today.
And for those of you paying really close attention, we are trying something a little different today. We are not wearing our headphones because we're doing it live in the studio with the studio speakers. So if you notice anything different, any delay or anything like that, please reach out. Let us know in the chat. We'll be able to take a look at it and hopefully correct
God, we're
the
already
situation.
buffering.
Are we already buffering?
Shit. Okay. Well, it was buffering on YouTube for 2 seconds, so we'll see what happens. No, but I feel like it sounds fine, don't you?
Absolutely, so far.
And we don't need our headphones?
I don't need the headphones at this point, but it's going to depend on when Elizabeth and
drops are being played.
And Benny get in and drops too. Yeah, we're going to have to hear what the drops are like, and we're going to hear all that. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're still experimenting a little bit, but that's okay because here on 21st Century Suffragettes, we enjoy experimenting a little.
We're partaking. So, what a clusterfuck of a week. Like, I don't even know where to begin.
Even just the day.
Elizabeth says she's in the waiting room. No, she isn't.
Wizzy, you might be in the wrong waiting room from a different chat or a different Zoom call. So, I woke up to
Excuse me.
this
That was harsh. Wow.
message from Malcolm Nance. Okay. Malcolm Nance, you guys know him. Man spy. Shouty McShoveface. Since 2016, I have stated on MSNBC and in 3 New York Times top 10 bestsellers that Russian intelligence has been attacking the U.S. using influence operations to elect their preferred candidate, Trump. Today, the Justice Department reveals the Americans have been acting as actual Russian assets. Which ones were useful idiots and which ones were actually agents remain to be seen, but they all love that Moscow sweet, sweet money.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like the news scandal after the Arlington debacle, which is not going away, which I'm pretty happy about.
Needs to not go away, yeah.
Yeah, and
fucking disgusting with
the
that
fallout from that has been epic from the
Should
fucking
be.
military. It absolutely should be.
Yeah.
The op-eds and the articles and even the threads that have been written about how serious military people take national cemeteries and honoring the people who sacrificed everything for our country is immeasurable. And when you look at how Donald Trump just fucking trampled all over these people and their graves and their loved ones, and it was a fucking disgusting display. But
smiling and giving the thumbs up over somebody's grave.
Yeah,
is absolutely
it's beyond
reprehensible
deplorable
right there. Yeah.
Beyond deplorable.
Yeah.
So,
deplorable plus.
we are staying on this
Would it be
DOJ new filing that came out yesterday.
Yes.
Kyle Griffin, the Justice Department just confirmed a Russian election interference campaign operating under the direction and control of Russian presidential administration, which means Putin. Why don't you just say Putin? DOJ announced an ongoing seizure of 32 internet domains used in Russian government-directed foreign maligned influence campaigns in violation of the U.S. money laundering and criminal trademark laws, as alleged in the unsealed affidavit, which is called the Doppelganger affidavit. I shit you not. It's called the Doppelganger affidavit, which I thought is a great name. Okay, so yeah. And this is yesterday, so there's more shit that's come to light even since yesterday. As alleged in the unsealed affidavit, the Russian company's social design agency, Strotura National Technology and Anno Dialogue, operating under direction and control of the Russian presidential administration, which is Vladimir Putin, used these domains, among others, to covertly spread Russian government propaganda with the aim of reducing international support for Ukraine, bolstering pro-Russian policies and interests, and influencing voters in the U.S. and foreign elections. I'll tell you what, Lindy Lee called it perfectly for me. She said, "You called us insane for saying Trump works for Putin. You called us crazy for saying the GOP is on Russians' payroll. You slammed us for saying the GOP is being paid to sabotage Ukraine. Well, DOJ just exposed the GOP for pushing Russian propaganda. We were right every damn time."
We knew their media always was. We knew that Tucker Carlson was
we
on
saw
Russian
it for
media
ourselves
on a nightly basis.
Yeah. And then you got Elon Musk and Donald Trump posting. Well, Donald Trump posted over 4 dozen times, posting videos yesterday. And Elon Musk has been kind of doing the same, flooding the fucking zone. They're all fucking shook up. They're shook up because their fucking game plan has been totally fucking exposed. Tim Pool is outed as a Russian propagandist. Tim Pool was being paid $100,000 a week by Tenant Media. Tenant Media is out of Tennessee. They took millions in Kremlin's cash as part of a scheme to create and distribute content to the U.S. audiences with hidden Russian government messaging. And so you've got Benny Johnson, Dave Rubin, a Glenn Beck employee, Tommy Tuberville, Tucker Carlson, Elon Musk, MTG.
Did you say Tiny Tuberville?
I said Tommy Tuberville. So
it sounded like
Tulsi Gabbard, Jill
Tiny
Stein, and Ron Johnson are all being pulled in by this whole thing. And since yesterday, Mueller, she wrote, said, the doppelganger affidavit Russian cyber squatted on 60 domains. So now it's gone up from 32 to 60. So, and we are watching this kind of expand and fall apart in fucking real time. And you know what? For them to say Russia, 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 it's all a hoax. Kiss my ever-loving motherfucking ass. We told you guys it was fucking true back then. Nobody fucking believed us. You got the fucking whole entire Robert Mueller report loaded with fucking Russian disinformation and fucking disinformation campaigns. All of it.
All the current posts that maggots are sending out. Have you seen the most recent one about Kamala Harris's unrealized capital gains tax that she's proposed? Now, mind you, what she has proposed economically is brilliant. It makes sense, and it's going to actually add to the tax base without hurting the normal families out there. However, everybody that I know that I went to high school with who is now a Trumper because they never went to college and maybe they make $30,000 a year, are now saying that this tax that only affects people who are valued at over $100 million. So that means you have to have a 6-month consistent, $100 million in the bank.
Yeah.
If you're valued at that, you will get an unrealized capital gains tax on your unrealized capital gains.
Go to Zoom because you made yourself the host.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So
That's why I can't.
that's why everyone's in the waiting room.
All right,
Sorry,
that's why
everybody.
everybody's in the wait. Okay, how do I unmake myself the host?
No.
Go to participants.
Okay.
Join everybody. Jesus Christ, that's why.
So
Oh, shit.
the whole premise of this post going out is that they're saying that if your mother had a $25,000 house in the 50s and now it's worth $250,000, that Kamala Harris is going to come after it and take a bunch of money from your little old mother who's decrepit and about to
bullshit.
die.
We all know
and
it.
it's all complete and utter bullshit. Hello,
Yeah.
Benny Loco.
Hi, Benny. Sorry.
Hi,
Hello,
Brian.
Elizabeth.
I
Miss
guess-
Buff, Miss Diane.
I guess I was the
Everybody in
host.
chat.
Yeah.
You fucked with it before we started.
Yeah,
didn't fuck with
Diane's the
anything.
one who had you waiting, so
We're both logged in underneath 5 eggs.
I'm sorry. Excuse number 5. Moving on.
I don't know what else to say.
I do. Technology's a son of a bitch.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Well, welcome everybody.
Yes, Wizzy, how you doing, honey?
You at home, don't forget to like and subscribe.
fine.
Tell your friends.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the news and it's saying exactly what we've all been saying all along.
Yeah.
All roads lead back to Russia.
Russia, Russia, Russia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, I just saw in the corner, Tony, it says Brian is the host.
That's me.
Oh, okay.
His name is Brian.
Oh my God.
You're
You know-
wow.
There's nobody running around surprised about this new discovery.
Well, I don't think it's a new discovery. It's like the DOJ
New
actually
umbrage.
doing something about it.
They're they've actually been doing something about it. Now they can disclose what they've been doing because
Yes.
they got the
Spending months.
dirt.
Putting it together, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
God damn it. You could have knocked me over with a feather. Not.
Yeah.
I was so surprised.
Well, that's the thing. It's an old story to people like us who've been paying attention.
Yeah.
If you have not been paying attention and into this on a daily for the last 8 years or longer,
Then pull your head out of your ass.
yeah.
So you're learning how screwed you've been. You're learning today.
I
over the next
think
few days.
MAGA Republicans, well, just say maggots because they're all Republicans are maggots,
Maggots,
anyway.
yeah,
No, yeah.
yeah.
I
plural.
think the
As-
maggots are really getting a slap in the face today. I saw a video of Nick Fuentes saying, "Oh, you just admitted that you lost the 2020 election. You could have told us that before we did Stop the Steal, before there's 1,000 people in prison." And then he goes, "Well, I'm not whining. And I'm not saying I want those years back. But yeah, you are, you little bitch."
Yeah. Before I shot myself in both of my feet.
Oh, my God.
I thought it was interesting because there's specific reference in the indictment to placing comments in
Yeah.
chats and how to do so.
Uh-huh.
Placing comments in comment sections and how to do so. So that it also outlines all of the bot and troll activities.
Benny, that are lights like flashing might cause people to fucking get epilepsy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that
We
is
have an
a
epileptic warning for
Yeah.
Benny's disco
Benny
ball
Loco?
that's going in the
Benny
background.
Loco, that flashing light's got to end.
It's always a dance party over here. I just
Can
put it in the
you
picture.
stop it from spinning but keep the light on?
No, I can't.
Bummer.
Benny Loco,
I can-
but they
Is that
trigger my
Charlie calling
migraines and they trigger
I
my
can shut
migraines.
I can shut it off.
If you wouldn't mind, Lovey.
It is on
Call
there.
from
It's always a dance party over here.
to accept, press 1.
It's a dance party.
Oh,
There we go.
We have an unknown caller. Hello.
Hello, it's Super Saint.
Hi, Super
Hey,
Saint.
Super.
Hey.
It's been a while since I caught y'all live, but I just called to say, Russia, Russia, Russia. And I love y'all, and I've missed y'all so very much. And I just wanted to tell you how much I love you guys.
Thank you, Super
Well, we're so
Saint.
happy.
Thank you.
We're happy to have you here with us, Super Saint, and I hope that you're on a speedy mending recovery.
Well, thank you. And y'all mean so very much to me, and y'all pull me through. Y'all have such like minds with me, and y'all bring me such hope, and you just bring dignity to what y'all stand for, and I appreciate you guys so very much. I love you guys.
Oh, love you
That's-
too,
love you
Super
too,
Saint.
Help.
Thank you so much. They
Thanks,
bring the
honey.
dignity. And don't forget,
And what you do means a lot to me. It really does.
we've got a massive
going.
blue wave coming. Blue tsunami coming. So
Yes, y'all bring me
Oh.
hope and keep going, and I support you. I wish I could support you
Thank you.
financially, but I support you in spirit, and I'm sending
That's-
you good energy and vibes all the time.
If
We
you hit
appreciate
subscribe,
that.
we're more than happy with that. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Energy and
Rest-
vibes are
Thanks
the
for
best
calling,
currency.
honey. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome, and I love you guys.
All right, love you too, honey.
Thank you.
Take care.
Love you too,
And
honey.
we
Yeah.
appreciate
So-
all of you out there. As long as you hit like, subscribe, tell your friends,
Share the show.
share the show. Let's grow the show. The more the show grows, the more we can do for you and with you.
Yep. And I kind of appreciated what Texas Paul put out today. Texas Paul put out a short today. I did bookmark it, Tony, if you want to see it or if you want to share it. Basically saying, the reason why he's online, the reason why we are all online, the reason why you guys are here watching us, because we actually give a shit about our country. We actually care about America. And these motherfuckers who have millions and millions of subscribers and get millions of dollars. Tim Pool getting $100,000 a week. He's getting
It's a lie.
$400K a month, and he doesn't know where the money's coming from. Bull.
Hello.
Fuck you.
I
You
get
know
how
where that
much?
money's coming from.
Everybody knows exactly how much they make and where it came from and what they had to do for it.
Yeah, bullshit.
Everybody knows every penny
He's
that they
reading
have.
a script that RT in Russia gives him, for fuck's sake. Give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the number was $100 million, 10 just for this part of it.
Nice.
Well, what I saw was
Send
he
me
was
a-
getting $100,000
Send me
a
$100
week.
million and I'll feed a lot of children who need food. That's what I'd do with $100 million. I damn sure wouldn't get on the internet and fucking try to
Well-
destroy my country with it.
Here's the other thing as I look at the indictment, because I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has what do you call exhibits
Right.
back, right? So exhibit 1 is a Washington Post. And then it's and what they've done is they've done these copycat sites. That make
Yeah,
it look
they're
like
acting like it's like somebody acting like
Yeah.
you, Elizabeth, saying I'm a Democrat, but you're not really. And
Cloning.
Yeah.
that's why they call it the
whatever.
doppelganger
Doppelganger, yeah.
affidavit. But go
The
ahead.
doppelganger. Okay, so this Washington Post, it names them. It says what they've said. It shows their articles. It's really very extensive in terms of exhibits. And Meta is involved. They're suggesting. There's just a lot of things. There's a lot of things in here. There's lists. I'm just scrolling through it, and it's just, oh my gosh.
Do you
and
have
then
the
when
actual
they
document?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually a
The
69-page
indictment.
document.
Shall I
actually
send
looked
it?
That's
at
great.
today.
Can you forward it over to me or send it to me in my
Sure,
email or something along those lines? Because, I read legalese all day long. I would love to be able to skim through this thing for us.
Okay, I could actually probably send it in a link to it in the chat. So.
No problem. We'll get it handled one way or another. But, yeah.
I already,
Okay.
I already have a link to it in my Twitter. I'll just have to find it and follow or forward it to you.
Sure.
So,
I was kicked off Twitter.
yeah, but it's not that
I
hard
called
to
Elon
find.
Musk
But
assist
yeah,
3 times.
69 pages of how Americans, influencers, have been paid by Russians. And also, I would go on to say, people like MTG and Tulsi Gabbard and Ron Johnson and
They're
Jill
the dumb
Stein.
rocks. They're all the dumb rocks that just parrot everything that their Russian handlers tell them to parrot.
Yeah, they're told this, and then they get a. How do you go from being like, have $50,000 in your bank account to like 2 weeks later having $2 million, just because you're a Republican? It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Maureen Boebert is allegedly a former escort who was valued about the equivalent of a 2016 Toyota Corolla before she started running and is now worth $4.3 million.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that's
I-
a little
I-
inflated value,
I-
I think.
A high school dropout. A high school dropout. A high school dropout.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, of
Come
course
on.
they all are. I mean, they have to be able to buy that horse shit. You learn,
And
critical
not
thinking
only
in college.
not only is she a high school dropout, she's a horrible mother. Number one.
Yeah. Bible will
horrible
raise my
mother.
kids.
She doesn't give a rat's ass about her kids because they run amok and get in trouble, and she can't even be there to defend them or assist them getting an attorney. Stop.
She's busy giving my cousin a handy.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
No kidding.
it's so true.
That is such a true story.
That is a very true statement that I just made.
Just do tell once again.
Because that is, for those of you who don't know, the Beetlejuice story where Lauren Boebert went to the Beetlejuice musical and was getting her titties played with and was giving a little handy to the guy that she was with, and then they were asked to leave because she was vaping the whole time too. And they were all kinds of loud and nasty to everybody. Do you know who we are? And all this kind of stuff when they left. And it was all on video. So she can't deny any of it. She didn't deny any of it. Later
Neither
she
can
just
your
said, I
cousin.
didn't know there were videos there. What I didn't realize at the time that I first saw it, and I didn't learn until the next day, was that the guy involved in that was with her, that was on the date with her after she had just left her husband, who exposed himself to kids behind the, bowling alley. The guy she was on the date with is actually my second cousin Quinn.
Quinn Gallagher.
Those family values,
And, I'll tell you
Quinn
what,
is a
the
Democrat.
family values work this way because within the next 10 hours, he had to shut off his phone and all of his social media because all of us relatives of his were sending him numerous pictures of bongos over and over because he was
Just
playing the
bongos.
bongos in there. So much so that he had to shut it all down, and he's told us all. He actually came out through his He came out through his mom. His mom told us all that he won't be contacting any of us until after all the court proceedings are over because there's all these questions
There's
about
court proceedings over this?
there are attorneys involved about whether or not that was campaign funds that were used at his bar
At
that
his
he
bar,
owns.
right, yeah.
So, which is a left-winging bar, not a right-winging bar.
Yeah.
Also, keep that in mind. So, yeah, he's a left-winger, not a right-winger.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the whole thing is nuts. So he's basically excommunicado with the family voluntarily. Mostly because we are such fucking smart-ass Irishmen that we are all going to fucking just
Bust
ride
his
his
balls.
ass.
Yeah, bust his
until
balls.
he's
Yeah.
6 degrees of separation.
I sent him at
God,
least
it's so
42
funny.
pictures of bongos myself.
Oh, God.
Good
Uncle
Lord.
Seamus sent at least
Don't.
150. I know.
Boy, that's going to just be a great one for the family.
Yeah, it's
family.
one for the history books.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Family folklore.
Well, we're fucking Irish. I mean, half the time people think we're fucking
Oh,
terrorists
shit.
anyway, so.
Oh, my God.
I've been Catholic twice.
Baby loco.
at one of the big three. Just because of
I
the last
can't.
name. So, yeah.
Jeez.
You know what really kills me is I didn't know there were cameras. Oh, really? There's cameras everywhere, dear.
Yeah.
So your first response was,
Bullshit.
Assumption number one, she has a brain.
She should have looked it up
yeah.
before
Oh, my
she went.
She doesn't know how to.
She clearly
That would
doesn't
require
have a brain.
actually,
She dated one of my
you know,
fucking
opening
relatives.
a web
She should have
page
had
and
an
doing.
aide do it, or her security agent do it. You know, I mean, she knew better. She's just, yeah, we all know that. I know that I'm stating the obvious.
Oh, Lord.
It's just that everything they're saying that we already know and that they know we know better is just a distraction from whatever they're doing right now.
Yeah.
So,
I sent him a text that said,
Sending
fuck
us
the
off
wall,
on
bring a
these
blanket.
so
Wild
anyway,
use cases and
to
sorry.
try to get this all back on track,
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to, reiterate the title of the show because I said Putin's puppet and mass shootings are the same story. And what I mean by that is that Russia owns the Republican Party. The GOP is the government of Putin. Just 100% flat out, flat stop. I don't want to fucking hear you're America first.
And mass,
Ever again.
and mass
Yeah,
shootings
right.
are the destabilization of America.
The NRA. The NRA is like a
The
total
NRA.
Russian front. They're bought and
The
paid for by
homosexuals.
Russia. We already know this. The Republicans block every fucking policy that there is to help with gun legislation or gun control or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And now, you know,
Sane gun
we
reform.
get the high school shooting.
Yeah.
4 dead, 30 injured. They keep saying 9 injured. There was
No.
actually 30 injured.
13 shot, 30 injured.
Yeah, 13 shot, 30 injured.
4 dead
Yeah,
immediately.
4 dead, yeah.
So that means a lot of people were
And
injured from
JoJo
running
from
it.
Jers. So when the Republicans inevitably blame mental health and not the guns for yet another school shooting, kindly remind them that 205 of them voted against a bill to expand school-based mental health services.
Yes.
Sit and spin.
Yes.
There is 0 age limit in Georgia to own a gun. There are no fucking gun laws there at all. No,
Like Texas.
no background checks. You don't
West
even have
Virginia,
a
too.
license.
You know,
Nothing. 0
I don't
at
see
all.
I don't see what problems that we should have with calling the NRA directly
Well, they already went
and telling
bankrupt
them
in
we
New York.
object to their business practices, clean it up.
But they're not. They're a
I know.
non-profit.
I know.
They're not a
I
business.
know.
Yeah.
I know. But what it does is it brings unwanted press to anything we can do to bring press to the NRA and light.
Of course. Yeah.
If we bring light into all of these places, the Heritage Foundation, do whatever you have to do, you know, to bring light about these, because the NRA, that's straight up Russian. They even, that Maria Butina
Yeah.
chick,
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, that's just,
This
you know,
goes
It's
way back.
it's the National Russian Association.
yeah.
Good. Wow. That's good.
And
I
when you
like that
ban
thing,
books
yeah.
before you ban guns, you're admitting that you are more afraid of children learning than you are of them dying. So I don't want to hear another word about it.
I love what Wanda Sykes said. She said the second that a drag queen walks into a school and beats the shit out of 12 children with a copy of To Kill a Mockingbird, then you can talk your shit about banning this horse shit.
There
Yeah,
you
To
go.
Kill a Mockingbird in particular.
I do love me some Wanda Sykes.
She's solid.
Okay, now, so I'm on their homepage, on the NRA homepage right now.
I'm sorry.
And I had to verify my age. I had to say that I'm 18 or older and submit it, but there's a disclaimer here. It says some states have passed legislation making it unlawful to communicate with, not unlawful for the NRA
Yes. Yeah.
to communicate with, but unlawful
No,
to
you're not.
communicate with those under 18 about broad categories of firearms, parts, and accessories.
Every time there's a shooting, they want to scare more people into buying more fucking guns.
Bump stocks are
You
excessive.
see-
Keep that in mind.
What's funny is when the Second Amendment was written, it took you 2 minutes to load your rifle, your musket.
Your
I
musket,
think it
yeah.
took me longer than that.
And
Yeah.
you were part of a well-regulated militia. 3 words
Yeah.
everybody wants to leave out. Well-regulated militia apparently is the 14-year-old who just shot 13
A
people and
14-year-old
killed 4 of
who,
them.
by the way, was already on the police's radar because he was making death threats when he was 13.
Yeah. Yeah. And the kid who shot Trump's ear off before it regrew like a fucking salamander. Same shit there.
That was good. That really was good. Regrew like a salamander.
And then
It did. It did.
There
Mike
might be
Tyson
something.
bit Holyfield's ear off. It's still gone.
yeah.
It didn't
Yeah.
regrow.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, there might be something to those reptilian conspiracy
Yeah,
theories.
yeah, the lizard aliens. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know, there's always a grain of truth.
They
Who-
live was a real was a documentary.
And you got these
With that-
motherfucking right-wing fuckers who will wear Kotex on their fucking ear
Solidarity.
and in solidarity of Trump. And then after a school shooting, they wear AR-15 lapel pins.
Also in solidarity.
It must be a great tool for Putin to tell his people, look what the Americans will do next. Bing,
Oh my
we do
God.
it. Look what the Americans will do next.
And you got
Bing,
Donald Trump
do it.
saying out loud on a video, when I was president, I protected the guns. There's a clip of it. I have it.
Yep.
He toured at the same gun factory that manufactured the gun that supposedly shot off his Wolverine regenerating ear.
Yeah, and then also he also received a gun as a gift.
That's right.
and he was indicted. So and he
Posing
was
with it, I remember.
convicted.
He was not
and he was
supposed to have that
turn
gun.
his gun in.
No.
And so far, we have heard that nothing about him turning in his gun.
Where'd that gun go?
Meanwhile, Hunter Biden had his gun thing today, his gun trial.
I thought that was tax. I thought that was taxes.
He was found guilty on the gun trial.
Okay, that
No.
was the taxes then, or whatever.
Brian has
But-
a really great tax on the Hunter Biden thing, and
Yeah.
I gotta admit, when I saw Hunter Biden like on the scroll, I was like vacuuming. So like I was vacuuming and
Keep
swearing at the same time. And Tony's like, "Why the fuck are you swearing? What are you fucking about?" And I go, "Because I see Hunter Biden after we just found out the fucking DOJ is fucking finding Russian spies American Russian spies."
Yeah.
So I really don't give two shits about what happens with fucking Hunter Biden. Like I really don't
Right.
care. And
Hey, when are the IRS going to move on Donnie's ass?
Well, they want the guns associated with Hunter.
They will when there's some clearance, but the
They
Hunter
want the
thing,
guns. They want the carnage associated with Hunter and Joe and Kamala. I love your hat. And oh my God, I love that hat. It's just so good. And that's in my humble opinion. I mean,
well, a
I
big
don't
thing happened in the Hunter Biden tax trial today. A big thing from the legal aspect, which that's my day job. That's what I'm into. I happen to know about this because I was really interested in this case from years back that utilized
You are a
this.
disgusting lawyer.
just before you go into
Period.
this, Jim the Geek is right.
Yeah.
I saw Putin is now saying he supports Kamala Harris for president. He thinks reverse psychology will work on everyone. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
Now you are busted, and you're gonna fucking come out and say this now.
he's
Stay
got a
late,
I
real
got,
dollar
got
short.
something for you, Vlad.
2 years ago, the same asshole said he didn't want to go into Ukraine.
Yeah.
So the whole
Sorry.
thing, what Hunter Biden did today with his tax
Yeah.
issue.
Explain it in layman's terms.
So what happened is that they were picking the jury today, and that's part of any lawsuit. You have this lawsuit against Hunter Biden right now, where they're saying that he didn't pay the appropriate amount of taxes.
And
that
by
he
the
skipped
way,
out.
you and I both agree he would never have been prosecuted on this tax thing.
Never.
You would have just had
Never.
to pay a fine. It would not have gotten this far.
Never.
But
Yeah.
go on. Go
Yeah.
on.
It's not like the Wesley Snipes level of like tax evasion shit that would require that, but it would always point to a fine. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But
I'm glad you didn't mention Willie Nelson instead.
yeah. But there's a whole thing here that Hunter Biden's legal team decided to volley in on.
What's it called again?
It's called the Alfred plea.
Okay.
50 years ago, there was the United States versus David
You can
Alfred,
speed
something
it
along
up.
these lines.
We don't need the whole history, but yeah.
Okay, so there's this whole thing, there's this whole premise where you can actually plead guilty and take a plea deal of pleading guilty, but be able to say in the public square and to everyone else that you are indeed innocent. And the difference is that, and this was used in this the famous staircase case from a few years ago. I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to bore people because Diane's rushing me along. But really what it comes down to is that you can say, hey, I'm taking the plea deal on the guilty aspect, but I'm going to be able to tell my family and everyone else that I'm innocent. And they moved for that deal because the Biden family didn't want to go through another trial. They didn't want to put up with that, and this is their premise for filing for this. It is a brilliant move on their part because the prosecutor can get a win, and like I said to you before the show, 2 years from now, when the prosecutor says, I've had 482 convictions, including Hunter Biden, nobody's going to ask how many of those 482 were Alfred pleas? How many were plea deals on this? How many were plea deals on this? Nobody cares about the breakdown.
Right,
it's that 482 number. It's a win for him,
It's a
and
headline.
it's a win for Hunter as
And
well.
what was the headline? Or you said you read me a
The headline
before
is
the
that
show.
the headlines that I said were all bullshit, which
Yeah.
is Hunter Biden pleads guilty. That's only a half truth.
Right, yeah.
He pled guilty, but he's saying I'm not really guilty But I don't want to go through this whole horse shit.
And when I asked,
With the courts.
when he said this before the show, I asked,
Alfred plea is what it's called.
does this have anything to do with what just came out about all the Russian disinformation? And not really. I mean, maybe if it was more about the laptop, but this is really the tax thing.
This
which
is the
again,
tax thing.
Which
Yeah.
again
You're right.
would have been
Okay,
a
but-
fine at most for anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Tony's
this is
gonna
an
kick some kitty
opportunity
ass.
for this. There's been a shooting. I mean,
Right.
there's distractions. Anything to distract from what's going on with Trump.
Well, that's the other thing. You know, I keep thinking about.
Hunter Biden's not trying to distract
the
from
Ep-
Trump for
the-
sure.
no,
It's
no.
just a different story.
The Epstein files came out. Trump was shot in the ear, same fucking day. Okay, we have these
Yep.
contrasting
Shot
all
in the ear.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
So we have these contrasting. Same thing with this.
Yeah.
You've got all this spaghetti being thrown at the wall to get the story of Russians fucking with our elections in this DOJ indictment. Okay?
Yeah.
Trying everything in your power to get it off the fucking screens. We have how many shootings? What's the bummer number again, Brian? I wrote it down. Hold
Bummer
on.
number was 365.
Bummer number 385.
385.
385
Sorry.
for this year. And they're
380.
wait,
The
hold
bummer
on.
number, for those who don't know, it's the number of mass shootings this
Yeah.
year since January 1st.
Right.
385 is what Diane
Bummer
just said.
number. We have the bummer numbers, 385 of them a year. But they decide
This year, since January 1st.
But what I'm saying is when the DOJ indictment comes out of all the Russian hacking that we have found out for the last fucking decade, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right. There's wall-to-wall coverage of one of the 385 mass shootings we've had this year. Do you see my point? There's always a massive, terrible Trump story,
Yes.
and then something to distract from it.
Yeah.
And even the Hunter Biden shit. What was I writing down at the last minute of the show?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but-
Jack Smith gave another notice for an ex parte, which means an in-camera under seal notice regarding classified discovery for the new D.C. indictment. He filed that yesterday. So, we have a link to the hostages that were just killed, and we have links to that to fucking Trump and Netanyahu's little fucking scuttling it back in fucking July.
Yeah.
There's direct
Yep.
connections to
Yeah.
these people dying because of what Trump and Netanyahu did. This is all shit that, like, you can barely get out in a fucking newscast. You can't do it on mainstream media. That's why we're trying to do it here.
Mass shootings in the last 10 years have gone in this scale from you would have less than one per day.
I have a
at this
stat
point.
on that would make you fucking shit
But
yourself.
then in the last 10 years, it jumps up
Yeah.
to more than 2.5, 3 times per day when we finish out the year. That's what we're going to be.
We
We're going to be in
stopped
that
covering
range.
the bummer number because we were like, I
We
can't
stopped
even.
covering it, but I learned that information earlier today, and I thought that was really intriguing, because that's when the disinformation campaign really started.
Yeah.
And as soon as that started,
here you
the
go.
NRA
Here you go.
goes up,
Over the
and the
last
bummer
2
number goes up.
decades, more school-aged children have died from guns in America than on-duty police officers and active-duty military combined.
It's the number one way that a child is going to die in school is to be shot. Now, that is the number one percentage. Isn't that amazing?
But what I'm
It's not
saying
heart
is
attack or
police
anything else.
on duty for the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
And on-duty military.
Yeah.
Less of them have died than school children in America from gun violence.
That's right.
That is a fucking awful, horrific statistic.
And the GOP says it's because they're not armed. We need to arm them or have armed people around them. And to put 2 armed guards in every school in the United States and America, in high schools only, would cost $5 billion. Add $5 billion to our debt. that
How
we
about
don't
you
have
take the
per
weapons of
year.
mass destruction off the fucking streets? How about that?
Amen. I don't believe in God, so I'm saying amen. That's a big thing.
And
Sorry. I believe really in that, Benny. Thank you.
Somebody,
Thank you for saying
I
that.
don't know
We got to
who
get
said
rid of
it,
the weapons
but
in this country.
we got women bleeding out in hospitals and children dying in their schools. I just want to say one more fucking time. Both sides do not fucking do it. Stop with the both sides. Quit normalizing a fucking convicted felon.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this shit.
Even on our own side, what we need is someone who has the level of empathy that is required there. And I personally believe women have a much higher level of empathy than men do. I don't know why. You can posit all kinds of things, but I want to see a female leader here, because then we will get some fucking balance, and we won't have someone who just wants to piss on the fucking post.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Hello.
Hi, Elizabeth.
well, I think it was
I
JoJo
wanna say-
from Juror. She's like, public service announcement. If you've been getting your news from Russian paid pundits and podcasters, I don't want to hear another fucking word about how America first you are. I'm 100%.
Vivek Ramaswamy
Elizabeth,
maybe is I think is part of it too,
Vivek
but I'm
Ramaswamy,
not sure.
Yeah.
And some Congress people, so that'd be interesting. But that
We kind of know who those Congress people are. too.
yeah. So, but the other thing was that I don't want to hear another person tell me that this new generation's Gen Z or whatever, the next one coming up, that they're weak, that they're soft. They have grown up during a technological revolution, which is 1,000 times more impact on our society than the Industrial Revolution was. It's 1,000 times stronger of an impact psychologically, even logistically, everything. The other impact of that, just imagine children, they don't know a world without being able to have things instant at their fingertips. They didn't have to wait for water to boil. They never had to wait for water to boil. And they don't know what it's like to have a phone on a wall. So anyhow, that said, they've been dodging bullets.
Yeah.
They've been dodging bullets.
Big time. Yeah.
You
And
can't piss me off any more than I'm pissed off already, Elizabeth. Just so you know.
And Kamala,
It's like-
after she heard it, she was at a rally and she heard the news. And Tony, if you would play that video, it would be great. She was like, "It doesn't have to be this way. It just doesn't."
No,
And
it
the
doesn't.
way it doesn't have to be this way is to vote blue,
Oh.
no matter who, and quit this fucking. Right.
We don't have to say that anymore. We're all behind this candidate.
I know, but
We
hold
love
on.
this candidate.
We got right wingers who are saying, "I'm not going to vote for her. I'll write in Ronald Reagan or Donald Duck or Mickey Mouse or whatever." Guess what? If you do that, you're voting for Donald Trump. So don't
They're
fucking do
right-wingers.
that.
That's
They
right.
would be doing
Have
that
a pair,
anyway.
grow a
Yeah.
pair, and vote for a woman who's going to kick his fucking ass.
Vote for the same woman that I voted for last time that I voted. Kamala Harris. And I said before, I'm not voting for Biden, I'm voting for Kamala Harris. And I am so happy that she's the forerunner right now. You saw her pick up that torch. You saw her get within a week. Whip that campaign into shape and get them going beyond belief. I could not love this woman more.
She's raised like so much money. It's insane. Go ahead.
Awesome.
Go ahead. Go ahead and play it.
Finally got something queued up. Roll with it.
So before I begin, I do want to say a few words about this tragic shooting that took place this morning in Winder, Georgia. We're still gathering information about what happened, but we know that there were multiple fatalities and injuries. And, our hearts are with all the students, the teachers, and their families, of course. And we are grateful to the first responders and the law enforcement that were on the scene. But this is just a senseless tragedy on top of so many senseless tragedies. And it's just outrageous that every day in our country, in the United States of America, that parents have to send their children to school worried about whether or not their child will come home alive. It's senseless. It is. We've got to stop it. And we have to end this epidemic of gun violence in our country once and for all. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way.
She's so good. So good.
I even love her banging on that fucking podium. I would be doing it too.
She knows.
It didn't used to be this way. You want to go back, Republicans? Let's go back to the days when children were being mowed down in their fucking classroom. Let's go back to those days.
Charlie?
Call from Mark P.
Wider,
To accept, press 1.
Hi, Mark P. How
Mark
you doing?
P, hello.
Hey, Diane, Brian, Elizabeth, Benny Loco. Yeah, Benny, going in behind you, there was a time when Republicans actually supported gun safety control measures. How about that Reagan shooting in 1980, right?
Yep.
The Brady bill?
Yep.
Yeah, that was from Reagan.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
The attempted assassination on Reagan.
Exactly, yeah, when Brady got shot.
So it's remarkable how
Clinton got
Clinton pushed it through,
AR-15 banned.
short
Yeah,
memories
they did
people
for-
have. I
For a
mean,
short while, yeah.
Yep.
but it's the only developed nation in the world that has this fucking problem. There's easy
It
solutions. to
expired
it.
in 2010.
Yeah, when Bush was in office, right?
Yeah,
No, Obama.
yeah. I mean, it's the leading cause of death for children. I mean,
Yeah.
these fuckers are pro-life on the right.
Republicans were in charge of the
Yeah,
Congress.
Republicans were in charge
Diane.
of the House and the Senate. I remember that now. Yeah.
It's just so fucking amazing that what you just said, Mark P, is that and it still just flabbergasts me every time I
Standing
say
up.
it, every time I hear it. The number one cause of death of school children is getting fucking shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
It can't.
And it's heartbreaking. I have a
It's like living in a war
14-year-old
zone.
daughter. They have to do these fucking, these
is
drills
living
in
in a war
school.
zone.
They have to hide.
Active shooter drills.
Yes. They have to learn how
I've
to hide
been there
and
in
be
the
quiet
classroom.
wherever the hell you are.
Sorry.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah. The worst we had to do is hold a textbook over our head in case there was molten lava coming towards us.
No, we had to
Or
get
duck
under
and
our
cover,
desks
right?
because of nuclear war. That was
yeah.
dumber
duck
than
and
dust.
cover, right?
Desk, there's a tornado. Yeah, that'll.
Duck and cover, whatever. But, yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Kiss
It's,
your ass goodbye.
it's maddening.
Yeah, I know.
Drop
That's
and
what it
roll.
does.
No, but
It's
it's
just-
maddening.
Say no.
Kids
and
are
no
really
and
getting
tell.
shot. People are really dying. They don't care.
Yeah.
They obviously do not care. They have never cared.
Nope.
They
Mark-
like that Russian money too much. And where does NRA's money come from? Russia.
Russia. Yeah.
Let's quit
Mark, as a
All the
parent,
money.
Yeah. You wanna
As a
blow
parent-
your own
But anyway.
mind? Where does
do you
any
have
money come from?
any thoughts as a parent?
I've
Further
expressed plenty of it already.
Further
It's
thoughts.
heartbreaking
Huh?
that the school system, that they give us a heads up when they're going to do these drills. It's just heartbreaking, especially when my daughter was younger, just to find out what she had to do. Actually have to think about this stuff. I mean,
Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
children have enough to deal with. This, especially with the COVID shit, the last, schools were locked down. They had issues with just even learning, and they don't need this stuff to add to their anxiety. But
How are these kids going to deal with this at this point? you
Well,
know?
I think they're
Yeah.
already being traumatized.
Yeah.
Being a
They are.
teenager. Hold on, being a teenager was fucking hard enough. Can we all admit that, right? Like it was
is.
tough. I think we were all bullied in one way, shape, form, fucking way, somehow.
I was a
so,
cool kid. I had an easy time. Sorry.
So
Yeah, but it didn't go It didn't go global when you were bullied.
yeah,
back
it
when we
didn't go
were
global over the internet. You didn't have the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
world again. Like Look at David Hogg. You know what I mean? Like the kid is like still
Well,
out
he
there.
He took it over and owned it. Yeah, I mean that's what you
over,
have to do when
it,
that happens.
You know, and I give him
but yet
kudos for doing
cyberbullying,
that. It's enough. When is enough enough? When I saw Sandy Hook, and they did nothing after Sandy Hook, I said that's it. They don't give two shits.
They're never going to do anything.
They don't give two shits. It's clear as day.
And the
they don't
standard
give
line
two shits.
from the right is
They didn't do anything about
It's
that,
too
and they
soon to
didn't
talk
do
about
anything
this.
about the fucking
Bullshit.
liars. Like what's his fucking dick? What's his name? I can't even remember it. All I could do is see his fucking little Yosemite Sam body in my head. What the fuck is his name?
Where
the guy
was he
with the
from?
radio.
Narrow it down.
The guy with the radio. Not Rush Limbaugh. The guy.
Rush Limbaugh is still sober.
No, wait, no, wait.
Slash.
The guy that was against, that was Howard Stern was against. The cowboy hat guy.
Oh,
No. That
Imus.
little fucking sawed-off
Don
troll.
Imus, right? You talking about Don Imus?
Not Don Imus. No. Who are
Oh
you
my
talking
God!
about?
No, he's got a podcast. A podcast. This is not going back to radio. This is podcast. This guy was doing a podcast. Alex Jones. Thank you,
Alex
Wayne.
Jones.
Thank you,
Alex
Suzanne.
We're like, which asshole? Because there's been
They didn't
so
do
many.
anything about that motherfucker while he was out there spreading fucking blatant fucking ugly
he was causing
lies.
this
Well, he
Sandy
might
Hook
be in
victim
the
family.
paperwork. I haven't finished reading it.
Yeah, he's going to go broke.
Well,
that's for sure.
I want-
They've confiscated.
Yeah,
his
he's got
assets.
more coming.
I want everyone's attention. I'm going to text right now Steve Bannon, and we're going to wait for his response.
No.
I'm pretty certain it'll be.
But anyway,
quick, Tom.
yeah, I will yield my time. I think I've exceeded my 5 minutes, but I thought I'd kick things off. And great show as always, you brilliant people. And
Thank you, Mark.
I
We
will
love you, brother.
keep it up.
Thank you, Mark.
Love
And
you
we
all.
still
Love
have
you,
5
Elizabeth.
minutes when
All
I
right,
go
bye.
into my rants. So
Oh, I'm sick of seeing children have to die because these fucking amosexuals need to fucking get their rocks off with these fucking guns.
they want to
Sometimes
cosplay
we had to
Rambo
slip
on
a
the
card underneath. Like we had to slip a card, a paper card underneath the door to let whoever came up.
Hey everyone.
Hi, Alyosha.
Hey guys. Yeah,
Hey,
so
Al.
I mean, again, ever since Columbine, ever since the 90s, it just seems like people, especially the politicians, they just don't care if kids get hurt or killed, which is ridiculous.
No,
And then they have the nerve to go, oh, we don't have people that'll support Social Security. It's like, oh, come on now, And then they wear the gun pins on their jackets and stuff.
Anybody who has an A+ rating with the NRA is a piece of shit.
But
Anybody who has an F rating with the NRA is a good person because they're not taking fucking money. Everybody else is on the take. That's 100% true.
And Allie,
Well, what about Moms Demand
Also,
Action and
I
the
may
other
add that
groups?
in Texas after Uvalde, they passed out the DNA kits to parents
oh yeah.
of school-age children so they could identify their children in the event of a school shooting.
I think
That's
we can
what
all agree
Greg
that
Abbott-
everything that happened at Uvalde was the wrong thing to fucking
Oh my
do.
God, it was so fucking.
Oh my God, it was
Everything
terrible.
was
It
wrong
was
there.
terrible.
So
Yeah,
horrible.
because
They kept
isn't
that
that
one woman
isn't
out.
that the
Sorry,
yeah?
go ahead.
Isn't that
Well,
the point?
I get it.
that-
I mean,
that-
that's the outrage that we have. Unfortunately, we've not put people with the same outrage because of a certain segment of influence in this country, and that's where you were talking about. It's
all
the
the Russian
Russians.
money.
It all goes back to
Right.
Russia.
All
yeah,
of it.
because that's the other thing. It's like everybody's like, oh well, all politicians are crooked. Everything's just too fast. It's like no. You get the government that you vote for, and what you need to do, whether it's Democrat or Republican, is laws that make sense. You don't give people guns that have a history of violence. You don't give people guns that are arguing with people all the time. It's just too risky. But it's like people,
Don't put
the
weapons of war
society.
on the street.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
and that was the first
yeah.
thing Donald Trump did. He took away that one law that said, people who have mental health issues can get guns. He took the first fucking thing he did.
no.
So, Alyosha, thank you for calling in, honey.
Thank you,
Thanks.
All right. All right, bye.
Thank you.
So, John Fugelsang wrote, hurry, Bill Clinton is coming for your guns. I mean, Obama's coming for your guns. No, wait. Joe Biden's coming for it. Wait. Kamala's coming for your guns, and she's really going to do it this time. And he said the League of Amoral, Frightened, Selfish Bitches, still the easiest group to manipulate in the USA. And I wanted to add, and scare. They are so easily manipulated into scare tactics of brown people.
Call from Lindsay from.
Are there brown people here?
Hi, Lindsay.
Hello, Lindsay.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, how are
hello.
you? Thanks for calling. What's going on?
Hello. Yeah. So I just wanted to know if you guys saw, everybody, Brian Kemp was giving responses in response to the shooting. He's getting a lot of flack because did you see the bill that he signed in 2022?
Yeah.
Yeah, just open carry, no license, handguns.
Yep. Just
second
no
most
background
lax
check all the time.
Only second to Texas. Yeah.
La-di-da, and it's the wild, wild fucking West.
No.
And I don't know if you all know this or not. So I'm from Oklahoma, Brian. I'm a little blue dot in a red fucking ocean. But we have ammo vending machines here, and in Texas and in Alabama. So you can go to your local Walmart Supercenter,
in case you run out,
scan your ID, and get you some ammo on your way out.
In case you run out during a mass shooting, who's gonna fucking run out and can't wait till the next day to buy more bullets?
Yeah.
And you know what I keep thinking too? Wait until one of these shootings happens with a bump stock. That's the thing that I keep thinking about.
And guess what? They could use their last couple bullets to just shoot the glass out and steal all the fucking bullets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And did you all see that Tim Pool now supports Ukraine?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see his response from today?
Mm-hmm.
I got it up. You want to read it?
Yeah, he's got his fucking tail between his legs. Go ahead and read it.
I don't know if it's troll or not. That's the thing that I don't know. So it says, upon reflection, I now understand that Ukraine is our greatest ally. As the breadbasket of Europe, a peace-loving people, we cannot allow the fascist Russians to continue their crimes against humanity. We must redouble our efforts and provide an additional $200 billion at once. And he came out today to say that he also supports, he's pro-war. He supports right now.
Nice.
Here you go. Play that.
Nobody can hear you. Go.
Okay, so let's
mic.
put that next to what he said on his show, and it goes out to I don't know how many fucking millions of followers he's got.
Hal discovered that, didn't he?
If he did, I missed it. And honey, you're breaking up, so I'm going to hang up. Thank you, Lindsay, for calling in.
Thanks
I appreciate
for calling.
it.
Okay.
Thanks for calling, Lindsay.
Love you guys. Bye.
Okay, so
Benny, I love your chair. I have that in black.
This is what
Do
he
you?
said on his show. And I'd like to know the date, if you can find out. Share the screen.
Well, I don't know. I have no screen now, so whatever the hell this producer's doing.
And they know it. But I don't know that it matters anymore. This is psychotic. Ukraine is the enemy of this country. Ukraine is our enemy, being funded by the Democrats. I will stress this again. One of the greatest enemies of our nation right now is Ukraine.
Who's this douchebag?
They are expanding this war.
Tim Pool.
Now, don't get me wrong. I know. You've got criminal elements of the U.S. government pushing them and guiding them and telling them what to do. Ukraine is now accused, a German warrant issued for blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline.
He looks like he's 5 foot tall.
Triggering this conflict.
It sounds like a wee person.
Ukraine is the greatest threat to this nation and to the world.
Do you represent?
We should rescind all funding and financing, pull out all military support, and we should apologize to Russia.
My God. I
What a
mean,
douche
thi-
nozzle.
and now he's.
My ass,
Oh,
Will.
okay, now
What a
I see Ukraine. Now I see it. You know what, Tim? You know that you're in a world of fucking ass hurt.
Yep.
You are in a world of pain, brother. And you cannot
He
just.
should.
Go ahead.
He should be made to do an apology stream without his fucking beanie cap on.
Oh yeah, he's totally bald.
can't.
Yeah.
He's
And
gonna
you know
look
how
like
many
Andrew Tate.
how many years have Democrats been called paid shills by like George Soros and the like, and like they keep pointing
By,
the
like,
finger at us.
Every
And I
accusation.
keep saying every accusation is a confession from
There
these
you go.
motherfuckers. I'm so tired of it. So
Every single one. Every accusation.
And on
Every
this-
fucking single one.
on this line of discussion right now, Lindy Lee goes, Hillary was right. There is a vast right-wing conspiracy. And I go, oh, you mean the fucking deep state? Because
Yeah,
they've been
those
accusing
guys.
us of being the deep state. Here's your fucking deep state.
Here's the deep state.
Yeah,
you
hold
have
on.
Project
Computer says
Hold
no.
on. Here's the deep state. To spread Kremlin propaganda, sabotage America, destroy America internally by buying the GOP, to install Putin's puppet, Trump, and get him in the Oval Office again.
Laura Trump's in charge of the GOP.
You know, the email lady was right. And then we got Elon
Computer
Musk
says
with all of
no.
his eyebrows and this shit too. He was posting like a manically posting anti-Kamala, anti-democratic shit. We don't even know if this motherfucker's a U.S. citizen.
He's
and
not.
I haven't seen his passport. I don't
He's
fucking
South
know.
African /
South
American,
African.
like I'm Irish American. I mean, there's that
And he could
caveat
be
in
expatriated.
Yeah.
there.
You
I'm
got
Irish American, asshole.
the United States government needs to cancel Elon Musk contracts and revoke his security clearance. Working to sabotage American presidential elections for Russia has consequences. Yeah, and I would say add to that, deport his fucking ass.
Yeah.
And stop giving him money.
Yeah.
Well, he's an idiot. He's an idiot
got-
because either oligarch is going to seize his assets the minute they get their hedge money, the minute they get in power.
He controls rockets, so like NASA's not doing anything anymore. So he controls satellites, electric cars, batteries, internet, social media.
They blew a hole in the planet earlier today.
He's a what? He's
Literally.
He is literally.
Earlier today.
He is literally saying that we are like Democrats are globalists. No, he is a globalist oligarch. If you've ever seen one, if there's ever one that's ever been.
Says that we have to grow the populace, but refuses to allow anyone outside the country to come in. But the quickest way to grow the populace is to let those outside the country to come in, which is kind of what this country was based on. The melting pot. Let's bring them in. We want to embrace them.
Do you remember when in the Ukraine war when he shut down the satellites and the Ukrainians couldn't get the satellite function that they need because Elon owns the fucking satellite
set it up
company.
First, gave it to them free, and then told us that we had to pay
because
for
he
it.
owns all these government contracts, he could like hold our country hostage and sell all of our intelligence and everything he's got to our enemies. He could do it in a fucking minute just to get out of fucking trouble.
Yeah, but what in the U.S. is really relying
SpaceX,
on Starlink?
Shitter, and Tesla.
Well, Shitter and Tesla gather information. I'll give you that. But SpaceX, I think I mean, they blew another fucking hole crater in the goddamn planet.
He bought all three of those companies. He did not come up with the ideas for Tesla.
He also bought PayPal, the one that he claims that he
fuck's
invented in the
sake.
first place. He never invented
Another
anything.
thing I have to cancel.
He also didn't, invent hair plugs, but he certainly invested in that shit too.
Yeah. So we have got, just under 30 minutes left, but I like this. These two stories feel very connected. The Russians and the school shootings and the gun violence and all the violence, even Jan 6 violence, all perpetrated by these fucking right-wing assholes on social media who are and on Telegram going, oh, stop the steal and all that bullshit.
Creating chaos.
Go ahead, you guys. One of you guys want to say something?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
They're totally creating chaos, and one of the things that comes out of chaos is that there comes this uncertainty, and when you have uncertainty, then you actually have people who feel that, like, there are all these sharks in the water, there are all these electric batteries in the water, and if I don't pick the island that has the erupting volcano or the island paradise, then one of these things is going to get me, and they're all making me say that if I don't pick the volcano, then I'm going to die.
Call from Jupiter Judy.
And it... Hi, Jupiter Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Hey, Judy.
Hey, I just want to say one thing, and that's if Tim Pool's supporting Ukraine so much, why doesn't he give all that money he got from the Russians to Ukraine to help?
Wow, that would be a mighty gesture, wouldn't it?
Drop the mic.
How about that one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent idea.
It's
So
almost
everybody
like...
put it out there, get it out there, share
It's a challenge, Tim Pool. We challenge you to give all the fucking ill-gotten goods to the Ukrainian effort.
And honestly, take it personally
No
over
way.
there while you're
And
at
I
it. Take
said
a visit
way.
to the front.
Yeah, hand deliver it.
Yeah. That would be really good. That was it. That's all I had to say today.
Thank you so much. I
Wonderful
totally agree with
idea,
that.
Judy.
Thanks, Judy.
Thank you, Judy,
Okay,
because
bye.
really somebody's actions really speak much more than what their words ever do. So that's really what you have to look for.
So, Kathy, I saw that. Kath's in.
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes went, it should be in the tag, but it's, I scrolled past it. No.
Pre-production meetings aside, let's make certain that you go ahead and like and subscribe the show right now and tell your friends.
Yes.
Eventually, we'll have these things queued up and
I'm
ready
going
to
to
go.
check and see what brilliant people in the chat are having to say.
It's a video. It's this preppy-looking fucking Trumper.
Yeah.
Oh, keep going. Oh, my God.
Okay, well, they're still looking, so...
There it is. That's the dude. Okay, so
Tell you
this
about my happy
guy,
haunting that I just
he got all upset that Donald Trump admitted that he lost the election. He goes, "You should have told us earlier." You don't have to play the whole thing, but at least the first half.
It looks like a young
Oh, my
Charlie.
God.
This is Nick Fuentes, ladies and gentlemen.
Nick Fuentes. Well,
Yeah.
he is a young Charlie Kirk. He's just a little less potato looking.
So why did we do Stop the Steal? Why did anyone go to January 6th? Why is anyone sitting in jail? Why did anything bad happen to anybody? Why did everyone get censored? Why is everything bad that has happened to the people that are involved, why did that need to happen if you're just going to walk it all back and say, oh, I lost? Well, it would have been good to know that before 1,600 people got charged. It would have been good to know that before I had all my money frozen.
Am I waiting for the...
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
We were just playing the video,
No, I
but now
wanted
we're
to
done.
play the video. Please go ahead with the video.
But on a no-fly list, banned from everything, lost all banking and payment processing.
Yeah.
Would have been good to know that before I, in 2017, dedicated my life to this as an 18-year-old in college. Just feels like a big ripoff. And don't get me wrong, I'm an adult. It's not whining. I'm not complaining about it.
You're whining
I'm
and
saying
you're crying. Okay, you can stop it
can't
there.
say those things.
Yeah, he's like, it would have been nice if you told us back then.
This 38-year-old is still in his mid-20s? Like
he looks, yeah.
He looks like
P-Dubs, thank you
he's
for
a lot
calling
alive.
in. What's going on, honey?
Well, I don't know how we could work this out, but the only thing that makes these legislators do anything is money. And you notice that in Israel, when the hostages were shot, the people came out in mass. and walked off the job. And what if we could arrange for people to walk off the jobs and just say, we're not budging till you do something about this issue of guns. We're not going to work. We're not going to make any money for this country.
The problem is that too many people in this country have to rely on 3 jobs to make ends meet.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to walk off your job and protest in the street these days.
It is.
For an average working family and whatever. And not only that, those things need to be organized. Those need to be organized protests, like the Pussy Hat riot. You know what I mean? Like, the day after Donald Trump was inaugurated, there were millions of people in the streets all around the world, not just in the United States, all around the world. There was pink pussy hats fucking
Pussy
as
riot
far
hats, yeah.
as the eye
Yeah.
could see. So it's like those things absolutely need to be organized, honey.
And that all started
And
as
so,
anti-Putin.
well, it needs to be organized. It's not like, okay, when George Floyd was murdered, that was pretty much an organic uprising, let's just say it. But we also were in the middle of COVID, and nobody was working. That's why there were so many protests during Trump's administration, is because everybody was fucking in their house. They didn't have a job to go to.
I was still working. I was just working out of the house.
Well, again, you could work out of the house and on your computer for a couple hours and then go in the street and fucking protest. So it's like...
That's true, yeah.
It was like way easier because we were in the middle of fucking COVID. And so...
Well, what if we...
Yeah, it would have been a
started
gathering.
A campaign
Super spreader.
that said, we're not paying our taxes until you do something.
Yep.
Or, we can't arrest everybody.
Well, the thing is, we stop paying our taxes, then we get in trouble. No. Let's make the rich pay their fair share.
That's right.
That would be
Yeah.
a start. If we can start there and get Kamala elected, we will not have these fucking problems. Education will still be funded, and our government will be funded. There will be no shutdowns. The last shutdown during Trump's administration cost us $11 billion?
Do you know
Take church's tax break away. Take church's tax break away. Take church's tax break away.
Benny, say it over, please.
Take church's tax break away.
Oh, tax exemption.
Make churches
Yes,
pay taxes.
they've proven themselves to be too politically involved. Let's just say.
Definitely, yeah.
If they're politically involved, they're not a church anymore.
That shit needs to go.
Yeah, the second that, she said if you're politically involved, you're not really a church anymore, and I totally agree with that. I mean, the second that you start allowing political viewpoints in your church, then you have to give up the tax-exempt aspect of it.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck is the NRA tax-exempt, though? That's my number one question. I want to get all of these organizations to actually pay their taxes and move everything
You have to undergo an audit every year.
That's the Republicans' way of sneaking around all this shit. They just make it, Scientology is a, you know what I mean? Oh, it's a religion.
It's a religion, so they don't have to pay taxes on all
the
the
money
property
that they're stealing from
all the
people.
property that they buy.
And the people they're stealing the money from.
Or they call it charitable.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's charitable donation. No.
Call it a foundation or a,
All
Naughty
right.
like a fruitcake. Judy, are you still on the phone? How are you? P-Dubs, sorry.
No, it's P-Dubs out there. So
I'm still here. I'm so frustrated and just kind of trying to spitball ideas out of my brain to deal with this because, it's almost like people are numb to it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not numb. I'm not numb. I'm not numb. I'm rubbed raw. But I'm not numb.
But some people are.
We could speak for each other that I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Well, I am too, but if
I'm
you
in a
notice,
number of
it used to
emotions
be
at
if there
any
was a
given time.
school shooting, it would be on air for a week or more.
Yeah.
Now they give you a day and
2
poof,
hours.
it's gone, and people aren't thinking about it. And I don't know how to go about to put a sign out in my yard, and say, shove your gun up your ass and pull the trigger, motherfucker. You
that
know.
sign is Harris Walls. That's the sign.
I saw the U.S. singers posted this. America is a blue country with an electoral college problem, a gerrymandering problem, with an election interference problem, with a GOP government for Putin problem. Vote blue to solve the problem.
The problem. Yes,
So
I couldn't agree more.
I thought that was very poignant, and I go,
yes.
It's good.
It's
Solid.
really good.
That's
Solve
solid.
the problem by voting blue. We don't have to live like this anymore. It's ridiculous.
No.
Go ahead. P-Dubs, thank you so much for calling in. We love you, babe.
Thank you so much, P-Dubs.
We'll see you out there in chat land.
Cheers.
All righty.
Cheers.
Take care.
Bye, P.
Just you guys, please hit that thumbs up for us.
I
noticed the other day that we had
join.
like 68 likes, but 200 and some people watched it and didn't hit the thumbs up. You guys
Or
gotta
down.
hit the thumbs up.
You can
you
can hit the thumbs down if you don't like it.
Hit either one, but
Give us a
but
reaction.
hit
Yeah,
subscribe every time because
Yeah,
you never
yeah,
know what we're gonna
and
be
the
talking about next time.
notifications.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love Sheryl Crow. She put out this.
They might be joining.
She put out this, good post, but at
First
the
time
end of
through.
it, she wrote, "Guns aren't patriotic. Solutions for a safer future for our kids is. That's patriotic. I'm sick and tired of them being like, oh yeah, my guns. I'm a patriot. No, you're not. You're a lunatic with a fucking gun. Who
Yeah.
says I can go
That's
bing,
all.
bing, bing, bing any fucking where I want to?
And your argument is that I'm going to protect my family, and guess what? I'm going to protect my family too. I'm just not going to do it with guns. I have bladed weapons all over my house because if I stick somebody with a knife, it's so much more personal.
And don't you have throwing stars and shit like that?
Satire.
You're a ninja over there.
I do. Yeah.
He's a ninja. So basically, what we have coming up, we've got the Harris-Trump debate on the 10th.
Oh.
That's in 5 days. We have the pre-sentencing and then the sentencing on the 18th.
I'm not as nasty
and then, the date for Donald Trump to dump his stock before he really loses it is on the...
No.
What?
That's not quite right.
There's a date that he has until...
Donald Trump
To cash out.
cannot cash out his DJT media stock, which has already lost like 1.8 million for him at least
Well,
at this
it's
point.
like 70%, 75%.
And as the time comes closer and closer, when he is able to dump it before he can, everything can
Loses
be
it
sold,
all, yeah.
it's
It's
landsliding
yeah.
down. It keeps going down.
Well, the date
It
is actually the
brilliant.
20th.
He has lost so much money
Yeah.
on his own company.
The date is the 20th.
Listen,
and he
I have
has
to say
dump that
this.
stock.
Again.
I have to say this. Donald J. Trump has lost at every endeavor he's ever fucking attempted. Every fucking one.
Yep.
So I'm not surprised.
Bank.
And I said wait. And I said wait.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Hey, Donnie, you're fixing to have to shut the fuck up. And it's gonna suck so bad.
I
to
feel
be
like
you.
the more popular. Donnie, shut the fuck up, Donnie. You're out of your element.
Yeah.
Mr. Cardinal, I'd like to propose that we go tell Donald Trump to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
not as nasty as a man who looks like he bathes in Cheeto dust.
Ashley Judd said that. Oh my God, it's so great. So I guess my point is with that whole thing is desperate man is a dangerous man.
Not in
And
this
we
case.
got him begging for votes, begging for money. He's in panic mode because of all his postings.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
And it feels so good. And it feels so good.
He knows
I'm
he's
sorry.
losing.
I'm not sorry. Because if you should feel loathing and contempt for any human being on this planet right now, Donald Trump is one of them.
You know
There's
how
a
they
few of them, but
You know how they blur people's genitals if somebody's naked on TV? It just got blurred.
It's one pixel. 1 pixel. Yeah.
It just got blurred.
it only takes 1 pixel.
Benny Loco, I love the idea of, like, you know, I never, ever, ever really want to celebrate anyone's death or anyone's suffering.
Oh my God.
That's part of
It
what
feels
makes
so
me a
wrong.
Democrat. However,
Yeah.
having said that, there is one grave that I will voluntarily piss on. We all know who that is. It's Che Cheeto, Mango Mussolini. That asshole wants to fucking discredit fucking people like my brothers. Fuck him and anyone that looks like him.
Now you're an asshole. You got that?
Jim the Geek has an announcement.
Oh, what do we got?
The Trump stock has fallen to $12.75. It was 18.
Yeah.
It was 18 a day.
18 yesterday.
He can't drop his stock.
It was 18 yesterday. It was 152, like, you know, when
I went to bed last night, it was $116.
Was it really?
And I went to bed I went to bed like 2 o'clock in the morning.
It was 16 when I got up this morning.
That's when all the Russians pour all their money into it, and then by the end of the day, it's all
It's
gone.
good stock. It's good
You're
stock.
being
You will
very
like.
undue.
Oh my God. So, Jim the Geek is calling in.
Call from Jim the Geek.
Jim the
Jim.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Hey,
How are you, comrade?
you read that wrong.
Oh.
I said if the stock falls to $12.75,
shit.
he can't dump it.
Oh, thank you, Jim.
He's not there yet.
Fall.
All right, my bad. I'm fucking fake
So
news.
he has a stipulation in there that if it drops so low that it's essentially meaningless, he can't even dump it off at that point.
Yeah.
No, because he's
Right,
reaching his
that's
buy-in.
at 12. I think it's at 12. I think it's at 12.75.
Right, nice. Nice. So
The net has it closed at 1740. Mountain bike fan.
1740 right now. Okay, so we've got a couple of days because he has, like, what, 4 more days?
I think the Russians are pouring money into that stock, trying to keep it. I mean, why not? Am I
Nobody's
stupid?
putting money into that
They're
stock.
pouring money into it to keep it alive.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Have you seen that stuff?
It would be dead already. It wouldn't surprise me if Donnie was putting some of his,
it's
grifting
I don't think he can
cash
do that.
into his own stock.
It's 6 months.
I don't
It's
think he can do that.
In 6 months, it's taken a fucking nosedive while we've had the best stock market ever in the history of America. Over 40,000.
Jared.
It's
or
diving
Steve
quicker
Mnuchin.
than Max, a Boeing Max 737.
Oh God.
Steve Mnuchin and,
Too soon?
and
Oh, my God.
Jared Kushner probably keeping him afloat.
And Putin, the richest man in the world, doesn't he have $200 billion? Yeah.
And the Saudis, again, probably, and the Iranians. Yeah, all kinds
Yeah,
of
that.
Yeah. It was down to 1698, and then it went back up a little. See
That's
I
what
mean?
it was
Like,
when I
at
went
the
to
end
bed
of the
last
market,
night.
At the end of the day, they're
Can I mention something else?
Sure,
please?
go ahead, Jim.
Okay. Everybody's saying that this I can't remember his name. The high school shooter. He was on the radar a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm
Him and
wondering,
his dad.
what would you have had anyone do a year ago to a 13-year-old kid?
Take
Get
the
him
family's
psychological
guns.
help.
Take the family's guns.
For starters.
Get him
Have they
psychological
shown that he got his gun from the family?
Yeah.
Yes. Take his family's guns. Make certain that he has no access to any massive weapons like that.
When his
That's
parents,
that's the
his
logical
parents
thing to
should
do.
have said to a family member, "Here, take my guns for a little while until we, figure out what's going on with our son." And
Put him in storage.
Get
in
him
a
some
locked
help.
storage off your property. Just put him somewhere in a locked storage.
Lock him up
property.
in a safe. There's lots of ways to do it.
But do it through following a chain of
Yeah,
possession.
yeah, it's court
so that
ordered.
you have-
Court ordered that the guns are locked up and they have to be proven locked
You
up
have
at all
someone
times.
signing that they're collecting them, that they're locking them up, all that. Exactly what Benny Loco is saying. You have to have. It's very
In
specific
Georgia,
things
there
that you
are
have
no
to do.
laws like that. There are none. Can't fucking.
That's why we're sane and they're
flick them all
insane.
away. Like
We're fighting for fucking
You have to
rules
store
like
the
this to make
ammunition
certain
separately.
shit like this not happen again.
I know. We don't
Throw
have
the
to live
ammunition.
like that.
Red flag laws only exist in certain states like Michigan. They don't exist there.
Thank you, Jim, for
Thank you,
calling
Jim.
in.
We love you.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah, they
Thank you,
absolutely
Jim.
have to do the red flag laws. It just makes sense. It's just
We have Gretchen Whitmer. We have to remember that not everyone has a sane governor like we do.
Yeah.
Who actually puts shit in place that
Who
wants to
gets
protect
shit
people.
done.
Who gets shit
Gavin.
done
Yes.
and is a woman. Oh my, did I say that? A woman in charge? Yes, a woman in charge is actually going to get
Hey,
shit
where are the
done and
white women
protect
at?
people.
Ojeda drop. We need the
Motherfucker.
Ojeda drop.
Remember,
So-
the flag behind me, Mary McDonald, first female president of an independent republic in the world, Ireland. We get it.
So I
New Zealand was
wanted
after
to
Ireland.
leave this kind of as like a little anecdote because I thought it was
Icelandic looking fuck.
hilarious. So, amongst all this Russian shit and everything, a leaked memo attributed to top Trump campaign commander Chris LaSavita and Susie Wiles warning all the staff not to talk to the press unless specifically authorized under threat of termination is a warning sign of how troubled the Trump campaign, according to political experts. And I would say, oh my God. So the staffers were told not to leak to the press, and they leaked it to the press.
Of course they did.
You can play Metallica based on how fast he was pumping that accordion. Right? You could play air
Oh my God.
Metallica on that accordion.
Well, we do this now where he's got chains on and he can't do. The
I actually
handcuffs.
The wee squeeze box.
Yeah.
I actually saw a meme. I saw a meme that was a giant candle that was melting, and I've been saying all along that he reminds me of melting earwax, and this melting candle of him couldn't have depicted my vision any better. I was like, somebody heard me say that, and they drew it up.
So he was the one there when they opened the Ark of the Covenant. In other words, is what you're saying. He's the one that melts,
Yeah.
like right there.
That's what's happening to him.
Kathy
And
Zinn
it's
says,
starting to happen more rapidly, and that tickles my timbers.
For me, he really is like the Toxic Avenger, but without any of the.
Gotta talk into the microphone, Brian. Kathy Zinn says the shooter's father says he bought his son a gun for Christmas last year, and then his son used it to shoot up his school.
Buy your child a gun on Jesus' birthday.
Yeah. All you fucking Republicans.
What a Christian thing to do.
Homosexual men.
Lauren
Amen.
Boebert's doing, and that's what MTG is doing, and that's what all their freak little politicians are doing. That Marjorie Taylor Greene was just out there doing it the other day. Lauren Boebert saying,
Shoot hogs from my helicopter.
Yeah.
So I did see
corner a
post-
deer.
Real thing, by the way.
I did
They
see
can
a
corner a
post,
deer.
and it was said, "Look, watch and see who goes quiet, and who are going to be outspoken as far as these Russian people." Okay, because the people who are going to be speaking out, like Tim Pool just reversed his whole thing on fucking Ukraine like a 180 because he knows he's in deep shit, right? He's in deep shit with the federal government as being a fucking saboteur. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he knows he's in deep shit. See who, because those people are going to be cooperating, and the people who go quiet are going to be the ones who are just trying to stay, with their head down and out of the spotlight, and hopefully this won't touch me. But guess what? I think you're
Steve
shit out of
Bannon's
luck.
quiet, and I'm pretty certain he's getting touched right now.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. I just had it stuffed.
That piece of chewing
Oh,
gum
my-
that fell
I
into a
wonder,
pile
Diane.
of shaved pubes
Oh my God, Alex Jones!
is getting touched at this moment.
I wonder how many of them are going to go down. I hear Vivek Ramaswamy. I would love to see that little pin go down.
Hey guys. Remember me mentioning the handcuff parade we were going to have?
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you remember?
Mentioning
Not
it.
offhand, but probably.
Do you remember me saying there's going to be a whole bunch of people coming out in handcuffs? It's going to be like a parade.
Yeah, like the
I think that
Tampax on their ear.
I've been saying that for maybe 3 or 4 months now.
Is it already happening?
I see it in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose
Wearing
again.
diapers and Kotex on their ears and AR-15 lapel pins and
Jizz cups. Don't forget the jizz cups.
The jizz cups. We cannot forget the jizz cups.
Jizz cups, yeah.
For fucking
Jizz shooters.
Vladimir Futon,
Jizz
JD
shooters.
Vance, who's got, by the way, 8 names. Did you hear this, Brian?
Who? What?
This motherfucker's got 8 names.
Who?
JD Vance, James,
JD Vance.
David, Donald, JP, Bowman, Hamill, Vance, and Mandel.
And he also has
And
Ashley
then-
Furniture.
And then he is criticizing Kamala Harris for not knowing her identity and what if she's black or Indian or she can't be both. But you got 8 motherfucking names, you piece of shit.
You know what? I
Why?
will give him,
Hypocrisy.
I'll give him this much leeway because I, too, was in a popular band in the 90s where I wore eyeliner. But since then, I haven't worn the eyeliner, and he's kept it going, so that kind of tells me he's not in a band.
Think I'm gonna barf.
No,
And
I think
he really
he's
thinks that
dressing up as
Ottomans
ladies
are
at
attached
night.
to that.
He's dressing up
Oh
as
my
ladies at
God.
night, and that's just a residual of the makeup from the night before. We gotta go. That's just my conspiracy theory. That's 7 o'clock. Thank
It's
you, Benny.
coming.
7 o'clock. Thank you so much for accommodating my my need to end early. I love that so much. You guys all have a great night, great week, and I cannot extend again to everyone out there in the audience how bloody happy I am. Kamala Harris. She's our girl. She's the one that's going through. She is our
Kick that
candidate.
fucking door down.
Big blue tsunami coming. So big that when it comes through,
Because as the
he's not
saying
going to be able to
goes,
say, well, there
if
was
you
some,
got something to say,
voter shit. There was no voter shit. He stomped you like a narc at a biker rally, you fucking narc.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. I love it.
All these criminals are going to be riding the big blue tsunami into the cells with their handcuffs on.
Well,
It's all going to be like simultaneous. There's going to be so much excitement. We're not going to be able to handle it.
Benny, Tony says he's a drop just for you.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
That's the Republicans leaving Donald Trump. Oh, that's putting the pedal to the metal?
fail. Nice try, though.
no, my pedal went past the metal. I went through the firewall, and my foot is now in the carburetor. I'm telling you, the force that's behind this is incredible.
All
and
gas,
it feels
no
so
brakes. We
good.
got what, 62 days?
That's right.
All gas, no brakes. 62 days. Let's roll. We're gonna fucking
Full
do
tilt
this.
boogie.
Yeah, it's badass. I love it.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony.
Benny.
Exactly, Mary. Right through the fucking floorboards.
Yeah, right through the floorboards. Yep. That's right, Mary. Thank you so much for being here. Benny,
Thank you, Nick,
Elizabeth, Brian,
everybody.
Love
Thank
you
you,
all.
Armand.
Tony, everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being here and supporting our show.
One sight, one focus, one direction we're going. Blue tsunami.
Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to
your friends in.
500.
Yeah, a whole 500.
We're at 463.
I'm not going to give it a number. I'm just going to say, like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Bring in as many people as you can because it's only going to help.
Share the show.
Take
Get
it-
us out there.
Take your spouse's phones, your friends' phones, go into their YouTube account and subscribe to our channel.
Watch through your car, all of that. Your kid's Furby,
Man,
if
just
they're
stay
from
away
the
from my
90s.
fucking lady friend.
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah, Sunday. I'll
Yeah,
probably,
Sunday.
I'll be
Well,
playing.
wait, I wasn't done.
Sunday,
Oh.
I'll be playing music, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard.
She wasn't done.
But I wasn't done.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Elizabeth.
Okay,
ahead, Wizard.
I will see you next Tuesday.
Okay.
Diane will see you on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Diane's going to see you on Sunday at what? What time? What time?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard
7
Time.
p.m. Eastern.
I'm going to go out and play some music.
Rock
Yes.
and roll.
Ooh.
And you should
Oh,
come
fuck
back
yeah.
for that because
Fucking
Diane
Democrat.
is awesome at music.
She rocks.
Yeah, we're after Boston Brian, MK.
Yeah, way out.
Diane, yeah.
Yeah.
Something to wind down with at the end of the day, which is
End of the week.
absolutely fucking fabulous.
Awesome.
Well, I gotta say, Diane's voice, when it comes to music, is easily one of the greatest female voices I've ever heard in my life.
Cut it out.
And that's one of the reasons that I still talk to her, is because eventually we'll do another song together.
Yeah.
Eventually.
She is fantastic.
I already
She is
invited
amazing.
her to
She's
come
great.
jam.
generation waiting for it, so yeah. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, got my motor with a dual quad. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of the spot, oh no. Oh no. I don't care where she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she probably started to cry, oh yeah.
Yes, we do drive Chryslers.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing on the way to Mars, oh no, 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 no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, they're gonna put me behind the bars, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, have a motor with a dual quad. I don't care what she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she'll probably start to cry, no, no.
We are trailing a long-haired Caucasian in a 1970 Dodge Super Bee. We are in pursuit right now. He's getting away from us. We lost him. License plate registered to a William Clark Gaffney. Hey, isn't that guitar guy? One time I heard him play Believer by Ozzy. It was sweet.
Stepping out of bitchin' cars, racing to the top of spots, oh no. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, gonna race you all the way to Mars, oh no, no. Got everyone to do. Stepping out of bitchin' cars, and motor into a quad. I don't care, cause she's always in my hair. Don't ask me why, she will start to cry. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have I gone? And am I lost? Or am I found? And I'm alone on my birthday. I'm eating soup from a can. I hate the mailman. My heart's in the garbage can. Birthday, and I don't feel well. And am I in hell or am I
Pretty bird. Yeah, can you say pretty bird? Pretty bird.